Good evening. Um, I'm not too sure what to talk about usually when I start to talk. It's generally around the same topic, anyhow, which is our evolution and energy. Now, what I've become increasingly aware of is just how much lighter um, the energy is becoming in general. My awareness of how much time is truly speeding up. I mean, a day's gone in a flash, a year's gone in a flash. It's actually quite wonderful. What I have found with the sun, surprise, surprise, me talking about the sun, what I have found increasingly, and certainly since I come back from Mexico and having my ayahuasca experience, heavenly experience of the much higher vibrations and seeing all molecules and every living energy working in all things, seeing it all so clearly, is when I meditate with the sun now, it's it's quite incredible. So very quickly I am surrounded by a fine mist, and then it's like circles, wave upon wave upon wave of energies coming towards me. Then the sun is um, it, it it just expands. It just becomes, it opens right up almost. And then the colors that come towards me, the pinks, the violets, the indigo. So it's almost like a little mini ayahuasca session now. But the power of this energy, the power of the love surging through is quite incredible. You know, I'm really starting to feel it so much more on a cellular level. I have done for a long time, but now to almost um, be part of it, being at one with it, without any enhancement except the pure love in my heart, the awareness that I have. Everything is becoming so much more, ever more finely tuned. It's quite incredible in a beautiful, beautiful, freeing sense. I've noticed synchronicity and manifestation occurring much more frequently, much more frequently. If I think of someone, they manifest within, oops, dropped my glasses. They manifest within about 10 minutes. I don't mean they just appear out of the sky. I mean, within 10 minutes of thinking about them, I will meet them. I also met a new friend recently, someone I met through friends. When I say new friend, I mean first time meeting this soul in this lifetime. But anyhow, we had a very powerful soul connection, as in our vibration and understanding uh, was on a recognized higher level, which makes communication so much easier. Boy, it's just such a beautiful flow and exchange. It's a two-way exchange. Both people talk, both people listen, and we're speaking more or less the same language. Slightly different experiences, but the same language. Soul language, universal language. awareness of the greater goings on that is occurring when we raise our frequencies beyond 3D reality. When we become totally conscious, totally aware of all things. Now, when I went to visit this person, which I have done this week, the first thing I became aware of was something I hadn't seen before in Ireland, was this rather large, beautiful green dragonfly. Beautiful, beautiful four large wings there, and this beautiful, shiny, beautiful color of green body. I'm assuming the dragonflies are all green because I haven't seen them in reality before. Certainly not close up. I haven't had an awareness of just how beautiful it was. Just sitting on the wall beside his door, and as we got talking, he came to the forest with me for a walk. As we got talking, most of his experiences right back to childhood involved dragonflies. So many experiences involved dragonflies. So it was very significant in his life, in his um, beyond this world, should I say, experiences that started occurring for him from the age of 6 years of age. It turns out when he looked out and seen my car, this was the exact car he had up until very recently. The same year, the same color, the same model. And so many of our experiences were like timing, particular years when certain things happened, etc. It was very much parallel to what was occurring in my own life. So it's quite interesting. But another thing I've noticed since my ayahuasca experiences is this: my awareness of the sheer, relentless talking of people. And much more alarming than them talking, a lot of people where they talk relentlessly, and it's all about themselves. There is not a two-way flow. One has to listen and the other talks. The alarming bit about this experience for me is that it's very much a Groundhog Day situation where each time I meet certain people, they repeat the exact same thing that they've told me before. And they have to hog the conversation to tell you the exact same thing they've told you the time before that you've spoken to them. So um, I also became aware that the people who I find doing this on a regular basis are under medication. Medication for emotional conditions, or what society labels mental. So, the very drugs that are supposed to calm people down is actually speeding them up. That is my observation. They can't stop talking. And there's no break between. When they finished one conversation, they've launched straight into the next one and the next one and the next one. Only it's repetitive. It's like repetitive thought syndrome. So just speaking a little bit about kind of awareness there of the problems we still have. And it's quite unfortunate that some people have bought into the notion, well, this is a fairly new phenomenon. I don't know how long it's been going on, 10, 20 years maybe, where people are now put on medication and told they will be on it for life. Whoo, and have their doses increased as time goes on. I think people should be quite alarmed. We are not born to take medication. We are born with everything within us to rectify and balance all things within self. The human needs to take back their control and stop handing it over to others. You have to understand, this is big business. Pharmaceutical drugs is big business. And a lot of these drugs are hallucinogenic. So people are taking these on a regular basis. Goodness gracious me. What is it doing on the long term? I dread to think, but I've seen plenty. So I'll say to people, observe. But when I hear people continually saying to me, oh, but I must take this medication for life. I'm on it for life. Wow. So many people have become powerless. They've handed the power right over to others. The person who knows you the best is you. The person who knows me the best is me. There is a lot of trickery and deception in this world. But if you look around, if you read, if you observe what is on YouTube, there is just so much information there to assist ourselves. But the most important thing that everyone needs to do is still their mind. This can never be done when you're constantly surrounded by other people and you're constantly talking. You simply have to find the time, take the time out, go into nature. This is the only way that you can tune into your own heart, your own soul, where all the answers lie, for you to reconnect with yourself, the universe of self, and the greater universe. That responsibility, my friends, arrives right back at self. The only way to find yourself again, so many lost souls running about, they haven't got a clue what they're doing here. No clue that they've got a divine purpose. Drifting along or bored or accessing in this, that and the other for fun, for escapism, for whatever. Expand your mind. That's what we need to do more. Expand our mind to the greater universal understanding. Now, the only way you can become aware is literally to go straight back to the silence. You cannot hope to ever understand anything until you become silent, until you become calm. Had a little beautiful bird, a little robin. I heard all this fluttering and banging around this morning in my living room. I went to investigate, and there was this young robin fluttering against the window. Obviously couldn't understand why. It could see the outside, but it couldn't understand how it couldn't get through this energy field to be free. So it kept banging against the window. So I tried to capture it, and the poor little thing was frightened. Very frightened, obviously. Um, so it took about a minute to capture the little bird, or to hold it between my two palms. You know, left a little hole so that its eyes and beak could peep out. And I kept telling the little bird, I love it. I love you. I love you, little bird. Until I took it outside. When I got it outside, I opened my palm and I raised my palm to let the bird free. And it just sat in my palm and looked at me. It just sat in the palm of my hand for, I don't know, maybe about a minute. And just looked at me. You know, acknowledging what I had done and realizing there was nothing to fear. And then it flew off. So that was wonderful. So that's all for now. I think just, a little brief message on. Oh, here we go again. My goodness gracious me. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. Really, this is only the beginning as more information is coming through on how to take back our power on the ground and accessing our value as well as the spiritual aspects of stuff. So it really is a wonderful time. And if you need to address stuff like your diet and your thinking and stuff, do it. It's so much worth the journey, because once you take that journey, the result really is happiness or peacefulness. And then it's going to become so much more magnificent as we go further and further into this magnificent golden age. So thank you for listening. Subscribe if you like my videos. So thank you. Bye.